Mickey's Christmas Carol. Walt Disney Productions' Mickey's Christmas Carol, Golden Book. This book belongs to C.J. Hall. Love ya! Mr. Scrooge had made Bob Cratchit work late again, on Christmas Eve. But now at last he could go home. Merry Christmas, he called. Christmas? Bah! Shouted Scrooge. Don't forget to take my laundry. Bob lugged the heavy laundry bag through the icy streets. He stopped once to rest, but only for a moment. When he thought of his family waiting for him, he picked up the bundle and trudged on. "It's Papa!" cried Tiny Tim joyfully as Bob struggled through the door. "Dinner will be ready soon, dear," said Mrs. Cratchit as she put some scraps into a pan. "I wish Mr. Scrooge would pay you more. He certainly has enough money." But Scrooge never thought he had enough money. Tonight, as always, he had stayed late at the office to count his gold coins. His nephew Fred opened the door. "Here's a holly wreath for you, Uncle," he said. "I've come to invite you to Christmas dinner." "Out of my way, boy," shouted Scrooge. "You know I don't eat Christmas dinner." "Give a penny for the poor?" asked a man out on the street. "Give a penny for the poor," asked a man out on the street. "Give that to the poor," cried Scrooge angrily, shoving the wreath over a man's head. "All this Christmas fuss," said Scrooge. "Bah humbug!" He thought of his old friend, his old dead partner, Jacob Marley. "Marley never gave anything away," he said. He was my kind of man." Scrooge shivered. He couldn't wait to get inside his house warm. He couldn't wait to get inside his warm house. As soon as he was indoors, Scrooge sank into his favorite chair. He was just dozing off when clank, clank, clank. Scrooge sat up with a start. He saw the ghost of Jacob Marley dragging long, heavy chains. "I must carry these through eternity," moaned Marley, "because I was selfish. Your punishment will be the same, Ebenezer Scrooge. Tonight, three spirits will visit you. Listen to them, or your chains will be heavier than mine." The ghost vanished. Scrooge blinked and shook his head. "I need rest," he thought, and climbed into his bed. He had barely fallen asleep when the alarm clock jangled. Scrooge opened his eyes and saw a dapper little fellow standing on his night table. "I'm the ghost of Christmas past," he said. The ghost held out his hand. "Hold on," he said. "I'll take you to the Christmas of long ago." Scrooge felt himself drift towards the ceiling. Oh, he shouted as they sailed out the window. They flew across the night sky and landed near a house filled with music and cheerful voices. Scrooge looked into the window. "Why, that's me," he gasped. "When I was young, and there's old Fezziwig. He gave me my first job, and there's lovely Isabel." "See how happy you were then, Scrooge," said the ghost. "You were full of love. But then you grew greedy and lost all your friends, even Isabel." Scrooge turned away. "I don't want to see any more. Please, spirit, take me home." Ring, ring! It was the alarm clock again. Scrooge opened his eyes. "I must have been dreaming," he said. "Fee, fi, fo, fum!" boomed a voice across the room. A giant was sitting in Scrooge's chair, surrounded by bowls and platters and luscious-looking food. "What is all this?" demanded Scrooge. "It's the food of generosity," said the giant. "Something you know nothing about." "I'm the ghost of Christmas present. Come and see what's happening tonight." He picked Scrooge up and dropped him into his deep pocket. Outside, the giant set Scrooge down in front of a tiny house. Scrooge peered through the window. "It's the Cratchits," he said. "What a measly dinner they're having." "And what's wrong with the lad?" asked Scrooge. That's Tiny Tim. He's very ill, said the giant. He needs food, good food, to make him strong and well. The giant's voice faded, and then he was gone. Suddenly, Scrooge was standing near a broken down tombstone in a shadowy graveyard. "Hello, Scrooge," said the voice behind. "I am the ghost of Christmas future. What a lovely grave is... Whose lovely grave is this?" Scrooge said. "It belongs to a man who was selfish and unkind, that he had no friends," said the ghost. Scrooge bent to read the name on the stone. "Ebenezer Scrooge? No way. Oh no, that's my grave." "That's right," said the ghost. "That's right." "No, please," begged Scrooge. "I don't want to die alone with no friends. I'll change, I promise. I'll change." Scrooge's eyes flew open. He was in his own bed. He was still alive, and there was still time to change, to make a new beginning. "It's Christmas morning," he cried. He dressed quickly and rushed outside. "Take these," he called, tossing bags of money to the men collecting for the poor. "I've decided to come to dinner," he said when he saw his nephew. "I'll see you tonight." A while later, Scrooge knocked at Bob Cratchit's door. "Merry Christmas," Scrooge said happily. "I have another bundle for you." "More laundry, sir," gulped Bob. Scrooge laughed. "Don't be silly, my boy." "Look, Papa," cried Tiny Tim, opening the sack. "Toys!" Friends are worth more than all the gold in the world, said Scrooge. "Cratchit, from now on, you and your family will have all the good food and warm clothing you need. Merry Christmas, my friends." "And God bless us, everyone," said Tiny Tim. I want to wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas from the top and bottom and all throughout my entire heart. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.